Welcome to Ferndale Math Department's Geometry STEM tutorials. You are in the 11th video of the Rhino Commands and Skills playlist. Let's learn about rotation. We're actually going to learn a lot in this block. We're going to learn about rotation, we're going to learn about parabolas, we're going to learn about division of a curve, and inserting a text object. All right, so roll her out, come look at your parabola here. This is a half parabola and it's locked, so you can't click on it. We're going to need to draw over this half parabola, and we're going to do that by typing in parabola. Now, I'll spell it as I type it, P-A-R-A-B-O-L-A. Now, we are going to, I've got a couple things here. Half is yes. Now, I think your default is half no, so click on half yes. And then we are going to mark the focus. So we don't have to hit mark focus. It is asking for the parabola focus. Come down here and make sure that grid snap is on. And then you see this major grid line intersection that's right below the vertex. Click on that. Okay? As soon as you click on that, you've given the parabola focus. It's a vocab word that's associated with parabolas. Now, Rhino asks for the parabola direction. So you can just click on any grid point directly below the point that you clicked at first. And now it wants the parabola end. And as you pull out over your mouse to the right and down, you see that you're forming a parabola. I'm going to have to roll her out to get all the way down to the bottom. And it's a good idea to have end on as your end snap. And when we get to here, click, we have now created a parabola, or a half parabola, directly on top of our first one. All right, so the next task is to divide this parabola. And as you might expect, the command for division is divide, the verb, D-I-V-I-D-E. All right, now, depending on what the default is, you may have a different number of segments. Let's say that the number of segments was 4, then we need 12. So you would go over here and type 12, enter, and then you've got 12 equally spaced points down. Actually, you have 13. Why is there 13? Well, it's 12 segments, and so 12 segments plus the 0 starting position makes 13. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to insert a text object. So type T-E-X-T-O-B, text object. I'm going to type enter. I think that the default text object is Rhino. We're going to just shorten that to an R. Now, if you have a particular favorite letter, maybe it's a letter in your name, you can use something else, like Sweats, S, but I'm going to use R to keep it related to rotation. And here, the height is somewhat important. The default height could be 1. We will want the default height to be 0.5. All right. Okay, now we have an R that we can put anywhere. I think the R that I have is going to be black because of the layer that I've selected, but yours is probably blue. I'm going to click right here. Notice that it's very important that point is see how point is right here for OSNAP? It's very important that point is checked so that your R can snap to that top point. Okay, we're doing pretty well. We've divided our parabola. We've drawn on top of our parabola. We've divided our parabola, and now we have a letter at the top. Okay, I need a letter all the way down. So we're going to click on this letter and type copy, C-O-P-Y. All right, so before we rotate it, we're going to, so there's a lot of things that you could click on, and I'm actually going to take off everything except point, and I'm going to turn grid snap off. That, and smart track. that keeps me from any errant clicking. See how it snaps to point? Come on now. Snaps to point. Snaps to point, and we're going to keep doing that. Right-click drag, of course, is the pan command. That's how I'm moving down the curve without rollering out and rollering back in. So I am clicking along. My O-snaps are working great. I'll have actually 13 R's. R's are good for rotation because they don't have any rotational symmetry. All right, I'm gonna take off my O-snap here and look carefully at my first R. Go ahead and click on your first R and type rotate. Rhino is asking for the center of rotation. You guessed it, that center of rotation is the point. Our first rotation is going to be 30 degrees, but we want it to be 30 degrees clockwise. And for some reason, in math, clockwise rotations are negative. So we're going to enter in negative 30, and that is going to rotate our R 30 degrees. Now, my next R is going to rotate 60 degrees clockwise. So I've clicked, right-clicked to repeat the last command. I've clicked on the center of rotation, and now I'm going to enter in negative 60 to rotate it 60 degrees. Right-click, select objects to rotate, enter when done, click on the center of rotation, negative 90. Maybe you've noticed that we've done 30, 60, 90. We're counting by multiples of 30. It's a little faster if you highlight the R first, because then you go straight to center of rotation. So after 90, that would be negative 120. Okay. Then negative 150. And you'll continue all the way down until you get to the last R, and the last R will be negative 360. Now, believe it or not, oops, here's the center of rotation, angle is negative 360. Negative 360 is a complete rotation, which is why it didn't change. The one right before it will be negative 330. All right, and so it will have completed a full rotation as you go all the way down. If you were able to follow those instructions, draw a parabola on top of the parabola, half parabola on top of the parabola, divide it into 12 pieces, insert the text object, copy the text object, and rotate it all the way down. You have successfully completed the objectives of this block. Nicely done.